Hello everyone and welcome back to Star Ocean Till the End of Time. In the last episode, we actually met Nell Zelfer, our newest party member, in a fantastic mage type. And we escaped from Eriglyph's dungeon through the aqueducts and fought our first boss of this planet. We even made it to town. Got the items, from most of the items here. And in this episode, we're going to do a little bit of shopping. If I can... Alright. I need to double check everything, make sure. Okay. The Outfitter is kind of your basic item shop. Let's see, if I remember correctly... Basil, sage, and lavender cure petrification, paralysis, and I believe confusion. I'm going to start right off by buying 5 of each. You should not need any more than that. Your fresh sage is your standard heal, resurrection. I am going to just buy 2 of those. And in the meantime, you're going to get a lot of these items. And they're not useful to you right now, so just go ahead and sell them. The beat-up textbook is your anti-attack aura. Do not sell that. Alright, so that was the Outfitter. Now, let's see. Actually, one of these, I think this is the Grocer. Much like the Outfitter, it sells some of your basic items. In this case, it sells healing items. I'm going to just buy 6 of those, 8 of them, and 8 of those. You shouldn't need much more than that. Plus, there's going to be other areas where you're going to find items. And also, there are 2 equipment shops. And this one has blackberry and blueberry. That was one of the things that I missed here. But it's not like it matters anyway. But we have finer arms than that shop across the way. However, I think you'll find that we're a bit more expensive because of that. Want to know how expensive? That expensive. But these are for later on. As you can plainly see. I am not selling that. You are out of your mind. I am not selling that. I will sell those, because you're not going to need the perfect berries. However, I don't have enough money because I haven't been getting the double full on any of my fights so far, which is really sad. You would have at least been able to afford, I think, Fate's weapon, the Holy Sword. However, this is your armor shop, and much like the weapon shop, this is really pricey. There should be another weapon shop. I want to say... I don't think it's right here. This is the Outfitter. Yeah. You don't want to go to the Outfitter. This should be the... No, I think we've already been there. I thought there was another weapon shop. There should have been another weapon shop. Am I crazy? Yeah, this is the Grocer. That's the workshop down there. I thought that... Something ain't right. Yeah, this is the armorer, so... I thought there was another weapon shop here. There was supposed to be one that was more expensive and a shop that was the least expensive. I keep going back to the grocer. I guess it doesn't really matter, but your first equipment shop is going to be in the next town anyway. I just wish I could buy something new now. Oh, okay. Here are two of the other characters that I just absolutely fucking love. Okay, don't go any further than that. Okay. Just to be sure. Okay. These two you're gonna see a bit more often.
Sorry I'm late.
Lady Nell. Our preparations are complete, ma'am. We can leave immediately.
Nice work, Tiny.
I'm just glad you're safe. Lady Nell! Are these the ones, ma'am?
I will say that the purple-haired chick, her voice, just a little too high.
Yes, Farlene. They're engineers from Greeton, as we thought.
So we were right. Great! Then we'll be able to complete it.
Complete it? Okay, Nell never mentioned anything about completing something. Just that we needed the technology. What are we going on about here?
That's right. But we don't have time to kick back and chat now. Our pursuers are right behind us. If the Dragon Brigade shows up, we'll be in serious trouble.
Yes, because flying units are faster than a ground unit. Any strategy or game will tell you that.
Immediately.
All right.
Hey, you gonna introduce me to these fine young ladies?
Cliff. Keep it in your pants, buddy.
This is Tynave, and the driver's Farlene. They serve directly under me, my ears and eyes in Eriglyph. They're the ones who told me about you two.
Lucky for us.
All women, huh? Not that I'm complaining.
I wouldn't exactly be complaining either, but at the same time, history has shown humanity that female leaderships are not the greatest.
Aquaria is ruled by the Holy Mother of the Church of Apris. We employ many more women than Eriglyph.
The Church of Apris?
Yes, the Church of the Sun God Apris. The Holy Mother leads the church, and is also Queen of Aquaria.
A theocracy.
I gotcha. What you're saying is your country's packed with temple maidens. Now I have to see this place.
Cliff, seriously, keep it in your pants.
Nell, I'd appreciate it if you'd answer my question now.
Right. But before that, might I ask one thing?
Go ahead.
What?
Are you two really engineers from Greeton?
Well,
Hey, you still don't believe us?
It's not that. It's just the fact that you possess special technology and knowledge is clear to me. So yes, it does seem likely that you are who you say. Still,
However,
something doesn't fit. The way you respond to danger and your fighting ability indicate that you are not telling me everything. And you are certainly not average engineers.
listen, sometimes if you're going to be able to rescue someone, you got to be able to get your hands dirty in combat. And you need to be able to learn how to fight.
So you see, I believe my doubts are well-founded.
I mean, you're not. Your doubts are well-founded. However, like I said, you got to have some form of combat capabilities if you want to be able to rescue family.
well...
Okay, you got a point.
But
But it seems to me you're just gonna have to take our word. We got nothing to gain by lying to you anyway. Wait, you don't think we're Eriglyph spies, do you? Oh, please.
after everything that happened in that fucking dungeon, I highly, highly doubt they would be that elaborate.
Yes, I see what you mean.
But you still don't trust us.
No, I trust you. In any case, I was ordered by Her Majesty to bring you to Aquaria. I must fulfill my duty.
Well then, Nell, please answer my first question.
Yes, since you're unfamiliar with this region, I'll fill you in on the details while explaining our current situation.
Please.
Tynaeve, the map.
Yes, ma'am.
And we are now going to get a primer on a war.
This is Eriglyph, the town we just left. Everything to the west of this line is the nation of Eriglyph, a military superpower. Eastwards of the border is our country, Aquaria. You follow?
Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier, Aquaria and Eriglyph are at war. Eriglyph is a militaristic nation that reveres power above all else. Aquaria is a peaceful nation that worships the Church of Apris. Aquaria and Eriglyph maintained friendly relations until several years ago. But one day, they invaded our territory without warning.
It seems they've been planning their invasion for some time. Eriglyph's a frigid land ringed by mountains. Food production has never been easy here, especially in winter. We believe they were after our land, fertile with the blessing of Apris.
A war of aggression, huh?
Yeah, most likely. It was probably going to lead to that at some point. Like they said, they don't exactly have fertile land because of it being a mountainous region.
Correct. There was no diplomacy, only outright military aggression. We resisted, but we were outmatched. Somehow we managed to hold them back, but the border town of Arius was laid to waste. Still, the war has not been completely one-sided. We may be lacking in military power, but we do have runology.
Runology?
A secret art handed down by the followers of Apris. We inscribe special runes into our flesh that enable us to invoke normally impossible phenomenon.
Does it sound familiar? It
Thus
should.
the name runology.
So that's how you broke the prison bars.
Correct.
Special runes? They look like tattoos. I can't help feeling I've seen something like this before.
You have.
Hey, isn't that like symbology?
Symbology. Right. That's what it reminded me of.
Because they're one and the same.
Yeah.
Symbology?
Never mind that. Just continue.
But what's stopping you from using runology to keep Eriglyph back?
There are only a few of us that can use runology. Far too few to help us stand up to Eriglyph. That's why we decided to develop a weapon that makes use of runology.
If anyone has played a Tales of game, you know this kind of thing would usually end up backfiring. Or costing way more than it should.
It's a man-made weapon that uses the special energy evoked by runology as a power source. The engineers have named that energy Channeled Force.
Channeled force?
Correct. It's similar to lightning, but there are still a number of problems preventing us from completing the weapon.
Sounds like they discovered electricity early on.
A power similar to lightning?
Just when our research ground to a halt, Tynaeve and Farlene told me about you two. They also brought back a fragment of that thing that fell into Eriglyph. It was of great interest to our researchers.
A fragment of the eagle they brought back. How large was that fragment?
They said the fragment was of a material they could not identify, and that we should enlist your aid in our weapons development. And that's where I came in.
So you're asking us to help develop a weapon that uses channeled force?
Yes, that is correct.
Hey, I bet we could use their power to make us a communicator.
Yeah, a radio wave device, maybe. I don't really know much about this channeled force, but my guess is it's electricity. And if we can make that, we're home free. But... Nell, I can't do it. We can't help you.
Didn't I say refusal wasn't an option?
She is very stiff on this.
But you're talking about a weapon that will kill many people. I don't want to have any part of that. Plus, we don't have any time to spare.
I understand your situation. You need to hurry to save your father, correct?
Yes,
You admit this is a personal problem, not one that concerns us.
true, but
Our country's in a state of war. Both the people of Aquaria and Eriglyph are dying, energy weapon or no.
So the question becomes a matter of kill one to save 1,000 or kill 1,000 to save one. I think the answer should be obvious.
A quick end to this war will reduce the number of lives lost. That is why we need to complete our new weapon as soon as possible.
This is starting to remind me of my old Earth history lessons.
even so, that's not a good enough reason for me to build a weapon.
So you're going back on your word?
That's coercion.
Call it what you will. I already told you back at the prison I could not let you live if you refused to cooperate. I don't have anything against you two, but my duty comes first. And I don't need to remind you that you can't help your father if you're dead.
Now wait a second.
What do you think Eriglyph would do if we abandoned you here?
We wouldn't help them either.
I wonder if you'd sing the same song after their Inquisitioner had his fun with you.
I would. I've already had a taste of it, believe me.
Confident, aren't you?
Well then.
Hey, don't get all bent out of shape. And you, chill out.
But...
No buts, kid. Nothing good comes of acting hastily.
He's not wrong.
We have no other choice. Frankly, the war with Eriglyph will escalate unless something is done soon. If we could only complete the new weapon, the situation would shift in our favor.
And then what?
If that means we must force uncooperative people into submission, then so be it.
is that a teaching of Apris?
Of course not. The sun god Apris and our queen would never wish such things. Yet if we do not act, they will find themselves lacking for followers. Would you rather we submit to their swords like lambs to a slaughter?
That's not what I mean.
But that is what you are saying.
You're just twisting my...
Oh no!
Huh? What is it, Farlene?
We have company! I think it's the Dragon Brigade!
They've caught up with us? Damn, we were so close to Curlsaw, too.
What are you gonna do? Fight?
Nope, don't have the energy nor the manpower.
What is it, Tynaeve?
It would be best for you to slip off and find shelter in the rocks. We'll lure them away.
That's too risky.
Don't worry. We'll be fine. We've lost their kind before.
But...
Tynaeve, Farlene, I'm counting on you. Okay, you two, let's go.
this is insane! You're just gonna let them go on?
You are too valuable for us to lose. We'll be fine. Fewer people means more speed. We'll outrun them. So please, go.
No time for chit-chat. Let's move!
But...
Fate, please, look after Lady Nell.
you be careful yourself.
Oh, fate.
Worry about us. May the grace of Apris be with you. May the grace of Apris be with you.
God damn. But... yeah...
The Dragon Brigade. I feared they'd show up sooner or later.
Well, they are considered the fastest of the 3 brigades.
It shows how important you are to them.
I don't know about that.
That's the Dragon Brigade?
Correct. They're one of Ariglyph's 3 military branches. Knights riding powerful air dragons. Not to be trifled with. Time to go. While Tyne distracts them, we can go through Kurlsa and enter Aquaria territory.
Wait a moment. I haven't agreed to cooperate with you yet.
Will you cut the crap, Fate?
And we can't leave them here. There's no way they'll be able to escape with those Dragon Knights chasing them.
Yes. There's an extremely good chance that they'll be caught. But there's nothing we can do about it.
What?
They knew the dangers of their mission when they accepted it.
There's always a
If I brought
cost.
a burden to the mission, they would leave me behind in the same way.
Mission? Mission? What's the matter with you?
Hey, Fate, shut up!
But...
I'll leave whether or not we cooperate up to you. But save the debate for later. We gotta get somewhere safer first. We'll be safer once we reach Aquaria, right?
Yes, I can guarantee that.
There you are. So let's go there, then we can decide what's what. Make sense to you?
yeah, but still...
You want Tynave and Farlene's sacrifice to go to waste?
I wouldn't.
Whatever their objective might be, they're risking their lives to save us.
You're right.
Attaboy.
The universe is not black and white. Though sometimes it does like to act it. But we are now in the Trom Mountains. Or rather, we're at the rest of the Trom Mountains. There are a few items here you can get. And I recommend getting them. Like the ripe berries. You're gonna see these a little bit more often. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I gotta go this way. Get a Jewel of Alertness. You don't necessarily have to complete this map, especially since, as you are currently, you're not exactly strong enough for all of the enemies. I was wondering when the music was going to come back, but I always find it a good idea to do so. I'm just like a little reckless. But I want to get as much of this done as possible. At the very least. Especially since it's probably going to be a fair bit before you even come back here in the first place. But like I said, by the time you do, you're going to be strong enough for all the enemies here. The enemies here are not going to matter one lick. Especially these bugs. Like, I am not going to care for the bugs whatsoever. But here we are. Next cutscene. How long? Okay, we're good.
What's wrong?
My head. Ah.
Are you sure you're all right?
You know, if if my head was in a lot of blinding pain and this face is the first thing I come back to, yeah, I would not be complaining whatsoever.
I just felt dizzy there for a minute.
We'll be in Kurlsa soon. Can you make it that far? Why don't you have him carry you?
I'm fine. I'm not a baby, jeez.
Fate. May not be a child, but you certainly
Very
act it.
well.
Cliff knows what's up, though. All I'm gonna say is, This little incident is connected to what was going to potentially happen to Norton. Connected. Now, what is it? Well, I'm not going to say. Can I please have the music back? Thank you. Game. God. Alright. That's out of the way. I don't care for fighting the bugs. Alright, let's see. There we go. And we are now in our next town.
This is Curlsaw. If we can get through this town, we'll be in Aquarium. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
You don't look it.
Don't overexert yourself. Remember, you're not as strong as we are.
Now even you're treating me like a baby. I said I'm fine.
Yeah, well, I'm saying you don't look fine at all.
I'd prefer to just leave this town now, but that won't be possible with Fate in this condition. Let's stay here tonight.
What about those guys chasing us?
We'll be okay if Tynaeve and Farlene succeed in leading them off. And in any case, we have nothing to gain by forcing a sick person to march.
You never force a sick person to keep going.
True enough.
It just makes things worse.
And we're in luck. There's an inn right over there in that building with the wagon outside. Let's go.
Is it gonna let me? No.
I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
I'm just going to check things out. I'll be right back.
All right, but are you sure you should leave us alone? Aren't you afraid we'll just run away?
No, you won't run out on me. I trust you, remember?
Don't say that. Now we can't run away.
This is why I love this woman.
I don't mind you walking around. Just don't leave the town. And don't do anything conspicuous. We're still in Aryglyph territory. There's no telling where the enemy is hiding.
Gotcha.
All right.
Later then.
I may need to look up a guide, because I
What are you
think
gonna
this is
do?
the town that I need to do for Nell.
Don't worry about me. What are you gonna do?
I'm conspicuous just walking around. Well, it's gonna be pretty boring. But I guess I'll just have to wait right here.
I think I'll take a walk. I'm sure it'll do me good.
All right, but be careful. Like she said, we're still in enemy territory.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so give me just a brief moment, because I think there is something that I need to do here. Let's see. I could have swore there was. I think it might not be just yet, but it's supposed to be before a certain event. That I definitely want to talk to Nell. But anyway, let's see. Okay, yeah, I've still got plenty of time. I might be able to actually get some things going. Alright. Here's our first item. More aqua berries. More poison healing is always nice. South, you won't be able to access just yet. That goes to another place that we'll end up having to go later. That is... more perfect berries. Okay. Thanks, game. I personally don't plan on using perfect berries because you don't get enough of them for them to really matter. More blueberries. 520 full. That'll put us up to 14,000. You want to keep as much money on hand as possible. Especially for later, because you don't really get a whole lot going through any battles. Let's see. Okay, I can't do anything there. Oh, hang on. Nope, that I've already been there. I was already there. Is that it? I don't think that's it. Could have swore that was not it. If you talk to some of the civilians in town, they will tell you that they're not exactly fans of this war, but that they are not able to really do anything about it. I think it's time for me to finally do a little bit of shopping, though. And this should be our first shop. And let's see, it is the grocer. I shouldn't need to do buy anything here. I don't think there's much new. Okay, the steam buns are 30% HP recovery. Really nice if you end up running out of blueberries, but you should not need to run it. But if you shouldn't need to be buying them. But that's up to you guys. I'm not going to. Alright, next shop. I want to say this is the armorer. It is the outfitter. The outfitter's got a couple of things. It's got the silver ring, which is a 5% defense increase. You're not going to need it. Okay, the basil cures paralysis, the sage cures petrification, the lavender cures freezing. The freezing is the status effect, not confusion. But by this point, you shouldn't need these. It's not going to be until a certain part of the story that you're going to really need them, and I think it's basil you're going to need first. Basil and sage. One of these is the armorer. This is the workshop. Okay, this is a workshop. Remember this location for later too. All these workshops are going to be needed if you plan on doing a little something that you're going to be that we are currently still 2 towns away from. So we've still got a little bit of ways. Here's the armorer. Okay, so we've got the longsword for Fate, the falchions for Nell, the gauntlet for Cliff. We don't need the ring mail, but since that is our current armor. But I will buy 2 scale armor. All that for 550, and it's hardly put a dent in my spending. Now, longsword, scale armor. Gauntlets. Falchion. There we go. Everyone is at their current best. Not the absolute best, but the current. Also, this little girl is actually not feeling well, and she will tell you that. Well, kind of. She introduces herself, but she is not feeling well. Unless it's her sister down here. No, she doesn't say anything. But yeah, that little girl is actually not feeling well. She's sick. Let's see. This, I believe, is the workshop again? Yes, that is the workshop. I really need to stop doing that. Anyway. The next place... This is also a workshop. This town has 2 workshops. You're gonna want to remember that. And the music here definitely has a Old West vibe. Not a bad vibe per se, but I don't know how it feels odd. And up here, there's nothing. I want to say in order to continue the story, you need to go back to the inn, talk to Cliff, and then come back out and head towards the graveyard. Thank you, game. So I'm just going to take a quick look around. Maybe. Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to go up the stairs there. Anyway. I want to say you need to talk to Cliff. So I'm going to go back to the inn. I'm going to do just that. Yeah, I've still got plenty of time. Any items? Nope. Okay. Let's talk to Cliff real quick. Even if we make a run for it, we've got nowhere to go. Let's just keep a veil of trust up for right now. Okay. Do I talk to you again? No. Okay, then I should be able to head towards the graveyard. If not, there's something else I still need to do. There's still something I need to do. Let's see. I think it's actually south that I need to be, because there's supposed to be... There is a person down here, I believe, that I have to talk to. One day, the church in our town was suddenly surrounded by dozens of soldiers who proceeded to arrest the many followers of the Church of Apris whom had gathered there. A subsequent investigation by Duke Vox, captain of the Dragon Brigade, concluded that the believers of Apris who gathered there were plotting the assassination of His Royal Majesty. When His Royal Majesty heard about the assassination plot, he declared war on the sacred kingdom of Aquaria, which was thought to be behind the plot. That is why all the temples of the Church of Apris were burned to the ground, and even the worship of the father god Apris was banned. Still, I doubt the queen or the high priests of the sacred kingdom of Aquaria, let alone one of the tens of thousands of followers of Apris, intended to carry out such a terrible act as assassinating the king. It's actually quite a simple matter. Our country merely needed a reason like that so it could invade a sacred kingdom like Aquaria. Now, because of that, we should have access to... Yes, okay, so you talk to the person down south. He will talk about the reason behind the war. And you get access to this cutscene.
Could that be? It is her. What's she doing in a place like this?
According to our latest information. I see. They're up to the same nasty tricks as always. Is it the Dragon Brigade? No, it's the Black Brigade.
Of course, the Dragon Brigade is backing them up.
I see. Good work.
Whatever you do, please don't stick your nose where it doesn't belong. You know they plan to... Go. Yes, ma'am.
What are you doing out here?
Nothing really. I was passing by and saw you, so... Who was that?
She works for me, gathering intelligence here in Curlsaw. I was just checking up on him.
Is something the matter? You looked pretty grim.
Nothing unexpected. I found out our pursuers are getting close to this town.
That's it?
Yes. Why?
Oh, well, no reason really.
We leave first thing in the morning. We can't afford to waste any time here.
Ah, there you are. Huh? You two were together?
I ran into her at the entrance.
Like he says.
Ah, I see. How are you feeling now?
I'm okay. It must have just been the fatigue catching up with me.
Right. Well, hope that's all it is.
Sorry to worry you guys.
Well, as long as you're okay, don't sweat it.
It'll be night soon. You should rest up today. Tomorrow we'll pass through the Curlsaw Caverns.
Curlsaw Caverns?
Mine shafts to the north of town. We'll go through there to Arius. Of course, it'd be faster to go through the wilderness to the east, but we can't be sure that they aren't waiting to ambush us if we go that way.
And the Curlsaw Caverns are safe?
Well, at least we can be sure there are no Aryglyph soldiers to worry about.
Spit it out. What's dangerous about the mine shafts?
Well, a number of monsters have taken up residence there. I'm not saying it's 100% safe.
Right.
Let's just say I'd rather face them than the soldiers. So now that everyone knows the plan, let's get some sleep. We leave early.
All right.
Okay.
Nell, can I ask you something?
What?
Do you think Tynaeve and Farlene got away okay?
They'll be fine. Those girls can fend for themselves. They're trained for these eventualities.
I hope you're right.
Hurry up and get ready. Our pursuers are not far away.
Yeah.
All right. So, I think that's actually going to do it for now. We've rested up. We've gotten to Curlsaw. We've learned a little bit about the war with Ariglyph and Aquaria. So, next time on Star Ocean Till the End of Time, we're going to head into the Curlsaw Caverns and make it out of Ariglyph through there. Until then, this is Shadow Zotai signing off, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.